Cigna DNA. It's quite a coup, really, when you think about it.
But did you say I'd be assisting you?
Yes.
There's two levels of this show for me. One, of course, is the original story. So I was really compelled by learning about Rosalind Franklin. I had no idea who she was.
Rosalind Franklin was, well, you have to come and see the play.
This takes place in the early 1950s in England, and it centers around the life of a woman named Rosalind Franklin and her work. And she took the first clear photograph of the DNA molecule, which is called Photograph 51. The story isn't told through her eyes, it's told through the eyes of her colleagues and their perceptions of reality.
Determining through crystallography, of which you were quite expert.
Thank you, I am.
And the big question is, did she get the credit she deserved? Was her work relevant enough in the discovery of DNA that she should have gotten the Nobel Prize?
This is the way she gets to make her mark now, is through this play.
Randall told me I'd be heading up the study, that I'd be in charge of my own work here. Surely there's been some misunderstanding.
But the other piece of it for me was that this script is hyper-theatrical. 1 minute we're in a lab in London in 1950, half a page later someone standing on the top of a mountain in Switzerland. Half a page later, we're back in a basement at King's College in London. Theater challenges us to use our own imaginations so that we can then challenge the audience's imagination and take them on this journey with us. What do you think of that, Miss Franklin? He calls you Miss Franklin right there, and I think that, and that's your cue, actually.
I think you could probably count the productions this show has had so far on two hands, maybe one hand.
With a new piece, it's really kind of your own animal because you've got an audience who's never been exposed to it at all. And we get a chance to send audiences out every night with a knowledge of this kind of fascinating person in history.
The writing in this show, I think, is really amazing in terms of developing the relationships between the characters.
I've never been in that situation before where you can bounce things off the playwright, so this is new for me.
You feeling that, more of that sense of like there's an arc of like, of ready to come to work, and then in the course of the scene we start to see the clash happen.
And if this is Christina's first footprint in the community, I just actually felt honored to be a part of that.
And we're doing such a new play with all local actors. That feels really significant to me.
This bunch of people, it's one of those good combinations.
I think it's really gonna sizzle, and I'm starting to feel everybody get their characters. And
you're looking particularly lovely today, particularly vibrant.
Hello, Jim, Francis, Morris.
Rosalind, some really good discoveries there. I love it that you look over your shoulder at Morris, but then look back out the window when you say hello to him.
It's a good story, so it's relevant because
clearly it's the story of yet another woman in history who was deprived of a rightful place in that history. Anything that we can learn that puts another piece in the jigsaw puzzle of history, to me, is valid and exciting and really interesting.
He was proposing that the isomorphous replacement be used in the tobacco mosaic virus.
It's not so novel.
No, it's a first-class idea.
So you'd put atoms of
lead or maybe mercury, something heavy,
into the virus protein to see the difference between the X-ray patterns. The one with the atoms and the X-ray without. That would determine the structure. It's very clever.
soon we'll be making a model, right, Rosie?
She doesn't like to be called Rosie.
I don't mind it.